welcome to the first episode of Millennials Talk Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kel.
I'm Audrey.
And I'm Freq.
And this podcast is going to be about just relatable shit that we all go through as millennials and just trying to figure out like our lives in general. Like, you know, we regular people from, I would say Michigan, Detroit, I don't know. But yeah, we just regular people and we just trying to be relatable to everybody else. So hopefully y'all fuck with the podcast. This is our very first episode and we just gonna see how this shit go. So just to start, like, how's everybody week been? Like, anything new? Nothing too crazy?
That's been good. It's been okay. Just a normal work week.
This shit been stressful.
At least we about to be real.
Right. Like,
Audrey,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
like,
cool.
no.
work and all that kind of shit. Then school. And added all the extra pressure. It's a lot of like exams and stuff like that coming up.
Yeah.
Then it's the Super Bowl coming up, bro. So I'm worried about football. I got money on the line. And like I'm that dude that's going with the Niners. So I'm really like against the wall. I was banking on it, but it's looking pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie.
You care about football too?
Not really.
Okay.
Super Bowl, yeah.
I don't feel that bad.
Like, it be the Super Bowl parties and stuff.
That's fun, yeah.
Yeah. Then I just pick a team when I get there, like, you know.
Right, I understand.
So you betting?
Yeah, I bet my pops. I bet apps. I done bet niggas in the streets. Like, yeah, I'm about to get my chips. I'm about to get your tax refund, boy.
Shit. I ain't betting shit.
I'm betting. I already know. So.
I'm weak. I'm not. Well, this week for me, I mean, you already know it was my birthday yesterday. So
Happy
Yes, happy birthday.
a nigga turned 27 out here. So close to 30. But other than that, it's not too bad. I started a new job like 2 months ago. No, in November. 2 months ago. And I don't know. Just stay tuned. That might change. And that's one of the topics today.
Okay.
Job hopping.
Yeah. But other than that, my week has been fine. Nothing crazy. I'm trying to, still get my house together and shit. That's basically it. And it's a new year, so we trying to do this shit consistently and be on like, some real shit. We got, films coming up, music coming up, shit.
Definitely.
We got an aspiring writer and shit right here. So,
Actors, directors.
period, executive producer, all that. So that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to be consistent, and that's what I want to focus on this year. So that's really basically it, y'all.
So, like, for you turning like 27, like everybody say like, oh, every year is just another year, except for like those kind of milestones. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, for you, did you feel anything like truly different at 27, or like a follow-up question? Since you didn't feel anything, do you feel like you're where you want to be or supposed to be at 27?
I mean, thinking about it, and this is us being relatable, I feel like I turned 26 is your, like, oh wait, hold on. I'm about to say that shit wrong. Hold on. So when you turn so I turned 26 on the 26th last year. So I guess that's supposed to be like some lucky shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it really was. Like, I bought a house, my finances increased, like a lot more opportunity kind of came my way, and I navigated like my own personal demons, I guess, and figured out certain shit that I feel like needed to progress me forward. Turning 27 to me was like, damn, I mean, it's just another age. Like, everybody was asking like, what you doing for your birthday? I ain't did shit, but we doing this. Like, I just want to be productive. Like, I want to push my productivity the older I get, because shit, we only got one life. We all got dreams. And I don't know about y'all, but I fuck with my people. I want them to win. So we gonna do this shit until we all eat. Yeah, right. Period. And we building off of each other. And that's why I feel like it's super important. But I mean, shit, age ain't nothing but a number. To be honest. Okay?
Not too much.
What?
Not too much.
But no, that leads into our first topic, like relationship deal breakers. Like, what's a relationship deal breaker for y'all? Like, cheating, sex appeal or lack thereof. Like, what's really a deal breaker?
For me, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It was just quick. It's easy. It's on the top of my head.
I got something like, I got a few. Shit.
Oh, damn.
That's what I'm like,
Me, the common ones really ain't it for me. Like, even with this year, just what's going on, I just been reflecting a lot on what bother me or kind of make me as a person. And like it's a lot with that past for me. So it's about the broken promises thing. So like if somebody right now was like, I go get you a Coke real quick, Jay. Like they go over to the kitchen and come back and they don't have that Coke, like I'ma really feel a type of way. You know what I mean? And it's like it's that small with me. So it's like it's the simple things where if you say you're gonna do it and you
don't do it,
or
I got that.
sex for sure. That's definitely a thing.
I'm weak. You know, that's so stereotypical.
I would agree.
Yeah. Oh, the sex.
Yeah,
it can be.
I mean, it is.
It can be.
This is the thing for me. Like, obviously, if it's bad sex, which that's whatever your definition of it, you'll be gone sooner rather than later. Most people, for me, is what happens is it starts being an issue with frequency. And that be like a correlation, not a causation, but a correlation with like what you got going on in your life. True. Like what that priority is. And I think in tandem with that, you can feel reprioritized even outside of sex. But sex is the main thing that you will notice because it's the thing that don't give you immediate reassurance.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Sex give you immediate reassurance that this person, whatever with you, based on however you dissect it.
Yeah. Like you said, however you dissect good sex, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like if it's like with my mental, like if I'm not mentally there or connected to you, like there's no way I'm gonna like do that with you. Like I'm turned off. Like we have to be mentally in tune.
Yeah. I know, I agree with that. I feel like so that's your sex. That's the only one. 'Cause you said you had a few. You had a list.
A list. I do, but I ain't gonna bring up the note.
We gonna just do 5.
I ain't gonna bring up the note.
That's so silly. Like he basically said, consistency. Like not being consistent, staying on your word. That's like the most irritatingest thing ever. Like that's one of the deal breakers. But I got some more. But
list one more.
Having anger issues is like for me
like a turnoff for you.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker. Like so whatever you've been through in your life, like you got to be able to heal from that. Like
very true.
I'm here to help you in any way, shape, or form because I'm willing to be with you. But if I got my own situations that happens too, or I've been through some stuff, past trauma, whatnot. So I'm here with you. So I want to do this with you, but. If you're not trying to, help yourself or fix yourself, and you got all this built up anger because of what you've been through throughout your life, like you gotta come to face and terms with that shit. I know it may not be easy, but
no, I mean I can agree. I feel like the sex is one. I ain't want to be stereotypical and say the shit, but yeah, sex is one because you want it. For me, I would want it more frequently, and. That doesn't happen, but
the camera said
it don't. But I'm not. I'll steer away from that part. But I just feel like
right in the camera,
right, look, directly in that bitch. When it comes to like cheating, like that's happened before, but I feel like it's like a slippery slope.
Is it crazy? See, I'm kind of over that shit. I'm not over that shit, but
you want to make that known though? Yeah,
but like.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like when we were younger, it's like shit. You cheat on me, we're done. Like it's no way.
That's how I am.
Because you don't have shit when you're young. Though.
But when I was young, I said that shit, and I stayed with somebody that did do it, like infidel. Well, the first time ever. But I just feel like cheating, like it makes you don't want to feel insecure. And the thing about it is, with me, I'm not an insecure ass person. If you cheated, that's because you wanted to do that shit. It don't have shit to do with me, unless you told me like some shit like. You weren't consistent, or I didn't get enough sex from you, or whatever your stipulations were. Like, that's really basically it. But I really don't give a fuck about that now. I feel like it's more of, like you guys said, consistency. Communication to me is like a ender for me, especially at this fucking grown ass age. Yeah, y'all niggas need to learn how to communicate. Because if you can't talk about what your true feelings are on something, that shit pisses me
in that moment.
Off. Yes,
in that moment.
Some people not like that though.
See
like this is the thing. If you say, "Give me time to process,"
I respect that. I respect that.
But it's if I'm like, I can look at your face and be like, I know there's something going on, and you be like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
That line shit.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm good for a very long time.
Exactly. And I'm like, you good? Okay, shit. I ain't gonna say shit. Y'all ass throwing shit, being passive aggressive. I don't got time for that shit. I don't got no time for that shit. But that's y'all relationship deal breakers. Like if somebody came to you, I know some people might be in relationships or whatever. So
Yeah.
In time.
I'm in a relationship, so like, you know, got my deal breakers and whatnot. So yeah. It's so good.
I'm weak.
It's going good.
So just to jump into our next topic, like, okay, job hopping is a real thing. Quiet quitting is a real thing. You talking to like the ace boom coon when it comes to job hopping. I've been job hopping since I was in high school. This shit, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Period. So with me, job hopping is something where, as a millennial, I feel like we are very trusting in the fact that we're gonna go with our gut. Like, we're not gonna sit here and be like our parents and be traditional. Like, oh, we gotta stay with this job for 40 years and get good benefits. You know, my kids, I can get my kids from, you know, work because of X, Y, and Z, the hours or whatever the case may be. But I just don't be liking these niggas. These jobs be having me fucked up.
You say I like these niggas.
I don't. Like, these jobs really be having me fucked up. Like, your manager could be a micromanager. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. I will leave. I've been in situations where literally your manager will send a trainer to help you learn something. The trainer will throw your ass under the bus, and then your manager asking you, why the fuck did you get this shit wrong? Bitch, because you gave me a trainer that don't know what the fuck they doing. So it's like, I had to leave on that. But like, how do y'all feel about that shit? Because I'll be done.
Well, I haven't job hopped like in a long time. I've been with my company the last 8 years. But I'm searching for something different, something better, because I just feel stuck. Yeah. And I feel like the stuff that they've done within the company to people, it's like, I'm not safe. Like, lady was about to come up on her 20-year mark, and they laid her off. Like, they didn't give a fuck. So
they don't. You a number. Remember that.
So yeah.
For me, I mean, I always gonna hustle, you know me. So like, that's been one aspect of my life. But then the other part has just been like, all my jobs since I was 19, I've been a manager. So I've dealt with like the job hopping or like the teenage shit, or even like more recent, like the COVID kids, as I call them. So like
the ones that don't want to work.
No, this is my life, right? Yeah. So like, say for instance, I had one job. It was a bunch of 17-year-olds, right? That came in. Now, if you was in school or just had to deal with COVID socially, I take 2 years off your age. So if you're 17, you're 15.
I'm weak.
If you're 15, you're 13, right? Because you just didn't have them social interactions. So
not at all.
These jobs, it's like, yeah, does Ed suck? And he been for 15 years. He moves slow as fuck. Yes. But do he come to work? Yes. I mean, is he gonna at least do this without an attitude? I mean, like, straight up, bro. It was a girl. It had a substitute manager come in. They was like, hey, can y'all just sweep over here, mop over here? Shorty and them did a whole grandstand and almost walked out like, yeah, they in here got us almost doing some slave work and da-da-da-da-da.
Weak as hell. Y'all don't know what slave work is.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it from one regard where let's go get it, let's go entrepreneur up. Right. But it's like the basis of economy, like the basics of it, it don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be a particular flow of money to come in and come out. So I think people got to also look at their own skill set. And it says, what job can you get? You know what I'm saying? True. That's just a real fact of the matter. Then the other part is these old niggas is hating. Like, I ain't gonna hold you up. They mad because, like, technology-wise, you can do so much stuff so much more fast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me, I got a basic, you know, cool little fuse, just my little thing. But compared to just what the old head could do with me just pulling up at my age with that car, it's like, it's more old head niggas driving with some busty rust bucket shit. And they like, man, fuck this young nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they be mad. Like, even they got kids. Like, not having kids nowadays, bro, is like having a college degree.
Yeah, it is.
On my mama. Like, if you tell somebody you ain't got no kids, bro,
they be like, what the fuck you doing?
Bro, like, what the fuck you doing? Like, you putting up 200 on your credit score. So, swear to God. And it's the craziest thing.
That's the real shit.
If you a good dad, though, you get, like, double the points. Like, it's crazy.
Damn, the brownie points must be out this world.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, hot and ready's changing the world.
Shit. Quick and fast. That's what it's giving.
Nah, tell me.
No, but I feel like that's, I don't know. I think my instance of job hopping is based off of like just personal vendettas against shit. Like, I think I've always been scared of being stuck in a job and then feeling like, you know, my dream is going to suffer. So I feel like my mental is like, leave this bitch. Yeah. Like, real quick, you know, quick, fast, in a hurry, or I find something that I don't like and I end up leaving. And then, you know, and that shit don't always.
So how the new job is going good?
Michael Harden.
I'll say this.
Okay.
The hours is affecting me, and I'm not used to working certain hours at this point. Well, this stage of my life, I done worked a 9 to 5, numerous times. Got off at 5. Like, literally, I'm walking out the door at 4:59. I'm not used to like, oh, well, you gotta stay until this last patient leave or whatever the case may be. And it's like, these niggas came in late. Y'all gonna keep letting them come in? Like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all stressing about, I want to leave on time. That shit don't equate to me. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm looking at my watch. I'm ready to go. It just don't have like no type of. I just don't feel like people really care. And when it's not your company, you can run it the way that you want to run it. And that's why I want to get to that point where I'm employing people. But shit, I mean, we all gonna be a number to somebody. Even in our own fucking company. It's just like that. But I just really want to touch on that quiet quitting shit though. Like, that's been like going TikTok viral, shit like that, where you just don't even put in your 2 weeks. You just quit after your 2 weeks to get your last paycheck.
Because I feel like they feel it's easy to get another job. They don't care.
So would y'all quiet quit?
No.
I walked out. So
I walked out.
No, like I let them know, like, hey, I'm about to.
This is my last day.
No. I'm about to walk out. No. There's no point in me wasting these extra 4-5 hours on y'all.
That's true.
That's my time now. I've already planned for that to be my time.
That's true. I'm out.
All I did was I put in my PTO stuff like 2 weeks before, so I got my check and it cashed out, and I just left. That should be the new quitting. Put your PTO in. Go ahead and cash out on your PTO, put it in, get a free 2 weeks, and then you just walk out. Just tell me you ain't coming back.
No, sometimes they be fighting your ass on your PTO.
But it's already given, though. Yeah. It's already put in.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I love
hold that shit up.
I love HR. I wish you would take my PTO.
They be mad as fuck. Like, I would be mad, shit.
Oh, yeah.
But it ain't good to, even in my situation, job hopping lands you in, like, the worst predicament sometimes.
Every time.
And that's something that I've learned. Like, I try to keep something for a long period of time so that way I know how much the money is going to be. Stuff like that. That shit bit me in the ass recently.
Oh, gosh.
It did. And I was like, I have a whole house and I can't sit here and play on my own time like this. So just be mindful of that shit. Like, if you're going to do that, make sure you got all your ducks in a row, have a savings, have all that shit, because shit, sometimes you tell somebody you about to quit, they be like, okay, you terminated. You don't even worry about it.
Or you can get laid off or fired without even knowing you did anything, just because the company, something happened with the company.
Yeah, so why did you stay with your job for the long 6 years that you?
8 years. 8 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gosh.
My bad.
It's so crazy. I've been in childcare for 8 years. I don't have any kids, and I think that's like made me feel like okay, like because I don't, well, not just because I've been around kids for the past 8 years. It's just been a sight to see. Like, I see kids when I first came into the childcare to like now, like they were about 12 years old. Like that shit just like, wow, just seeing them grow. Like, it's been crazy because when I first started, I was like, what the hell did I do? I was like, because I had left the hospital, I was a transporter. And this is when I was younger or whatever. And I was just like, what did I do? I got to bounce this kid to sleep. Like, what the hell? I was just like so many different emotions, but I stuck around. And it got to a point where I was searching, and nothing never came out.
Oh, you didn't want the hood version of job hopping? He was like, I was job searching. I was applying, indeed.
Well, literally, I was applying every day, and the interviews I went on, it just wasn't happening. And so I ended up staying with the company, and then I just became an assistant director.
So you worked up.
Yeah, I worked up. So that was kind of stressful. It was just like you got so much that you got to deal with when it comes to running the center. You got the classrooms, you got the teachers that you got to support, you got the parents that may have because they looking in the camera, phone calls on that. You got corporate coming at you because why your number's not this way, and it's just like so much, and it just be like, God damn.
That's more responsibility.
And then it's like, it was just like, it was kept getting new stuff put on our plate. Like, we got to do this. Like, but it's just like, no, I gotta go because, they don't care. They don't care.
They don't. That's why we tell people, you just a number for real. Like, you know, people can fuck with you the long way. You might have some good coworkers, good managers, but ultimately, you know, you don't want to do this. But people do have a plan? Like, should our parents work for jobs for 4 years, stuff like that, 10 years, or however long, and it literally is about loyalty, and it's about really securing your family. Like we all said, we don't have kids, so we can easily just jump and do whatever the fuck we want to do, and that's the luxury of not having a child. But if you did have a child, then you have to be a little bit more strategic with how you're moving, because as soon as you lose your job, you lose money to feed yourself and your child. So I mean, that's two severe things. Like, you know,
the kid too. Why you playing?
Oh yeah, CPS be on that.
You might lose the kid.
But no, that shit is crazy. I don't know. Like, I told myself I'll stop job hopping when I'm 30. Like, I have to. Like, this has to, like, take off or something. Like, I can't be with a company that I don't want to be with.
I think that's the other problem, too. Like, I think we also victims of, like, where we, like, at right now. Yeah. There's no market here. So, like, even if it's film or music, you can't just,
definitely,
I'm going to go here, or I want to go work at the big company or do this or whatever. Like, because I don't think it's anything necessarily wrong with having a job or even working under somebody in some form of fashion, even if I own my own company and partner with Lionsgate. I got to listen to whoever work for Lionsgate because they helping with this. So it's like the idea of taking
orders.
Well, a set of responsibilities, whatever requirements is fine. It's just more so, is it the right relationship more so than anything? Is it mutually beneficial, or is it at least beneficial for my future overall? And I think that's the big determination as well of like how you move within a job. Like, if I was to work with Interscope right now with Dr. Dre, I'm not complaining any day of the week, and I work there till I'm 70 years old.
Not
like,
70.
No, I would. Like, if I could work with it, like with Dr. Dre or Interscope, because of what I learned, naturally I'm gonna branch up and do my own things. But to consistently be able to put my name and stamp on Interscope, like artists and stuff like that,
that's true.
That's thinking about that type of longevity, not the fact that you're making, let's just say, $150,000 a year. But it's like, even then, I think these numbers that people throw around, they don't realize what those numbers are because of how much stuff you like. If you making $150,000 a year, like at your gig, you're doing swell, my nigga. Like, you're doing great, or homegirl, you're doing great. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of my thing. It's like people don't have to understand the like money. Like, if you look at the median income, when you look at what a college professor made, my professor just told me she makes $69,000. You feel me? She said she get her bread from like what she do with her studies and all the other stuff. But being a college professor, you get access to the resources in the lab. Yeah. So it's like,
that does make sense, because if you're working in a field that you love to work in, like, I mean, even as an actor, actress, you know, you still working for somebody, but it's what you love doing. And I mean, I guess it's a little childish to say that you don't want to take authority, but my thing is like, I just want to be in that head honcho position but when you have that head honcho position, you got all that fire under your ass. So I'd much rather share it with a group of people than, you know, we all under fire and shit. We all figure this out together. But yeah, I mean, shit, that's not, it has its benefits, I guess. I don't know
what you gonna do at the end of the day. Like, you make the decision. Really, I think a lot of people need to just do their gut feeling.
True.
And bite yourself in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happens.
Put yourself out there and be jobless for like 2 weeks. I don't know. But yeah. But nigga, I ain't give y'all these cards just for me to be...
Oh. Which one are we on?
It's missing your mark. Age goes. Is it too late?
Missing your mark. Yeah. So I think that's kind of like what you already touched on when you asked me, like, if I was 21, like being 27, I feel like, I mean, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do you feel like you missed your mark? Is it an age limit? Is it like goals? Is it ever too late?
It's not never too late. That's for sure. That's for sure. Because, like you said, age ain't nothing but a number. But have I felt like I missed my mark? Sometimes I do. I battle with it on and off, like, you know, because it's not too late, you know?
Yeah, it's not. Definitely not.
So it's like, it's up to me to make now happen for the future, you know? Right. So instead of just constantly talking about it, thinking about it, and not putting in that work or that effort. So I be battling like I miss my mark or not, but I'm like, I'm 31, you know. My goodness, blessed, been through a lot, but yeah, just finding that headspace, that discipline, you know, like that's where I'm at with it right now, like being disciplined. I know it's gonna for sure change my life. So just sticking to it and just reminding myself daily and surrounding myself with people that I can relate to.
Exactly.
You know, this shit. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, having that support system and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, that's some real shit. I mean, it really is. Missing your mark is, I feel like it's just like your inner clock ticking. Like you just feel like you ain't doing enough. You're not hitting with the shit that you feel like you should be hitting. Just like, I don't know. I feel like it almost like it's hand in hand with like insecurities, because you kind of like knocking against like a lot of people be like, oh shit, I'm too old to be doing X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You ain't never too old to get a degree. You ain't never too old to go after what you want to do. It's just you giving your own self a time stamp, and you looking at social media too, because people look at social media and fuck themselves up. Like I always feel like you just played that social media suicide shit. Like,
and it's so crazy because it'd be like, don't worry about what nobody's saying on social media or whatever. And then like, we are our biggest critiques. I know I am for myself. Like before I upload a picture or video, I gotta look at it like so many times for what? I gotta look at every detail, just being my biggest critique. And then when I do upload it and I'm already second guessing myself, I get so much good feedback and love. Like it just be like, girl, calm down. Like
no,
calm
but it's
down.
real. That's real as fuck, because shit, we just be going through stuff. We're normal people, and I feel like when you look at social media, that's why I don't really post on social media. If y'all notice, I always just post like my motivational shit, and then I get off that bitch. Like it don't be shit else that I'm gonna like put out there, because I mean, shit, you play them games, you get caught up in that shit. Like, you feel like you gotta post every fucking day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like an uncle on that bitch. That's what I'm be posting.
Not Uncle Tom.
no,
Uncle Ruckus.
No, none of it about something like, nigga, your uncle at the barbecue. Like, I feel like an old ass nigga sometimes when I post the
I'm weak.
I like post a bit, I take pictures. That's good, yeah. I'm like, and I just post that motherfucker. Like, I won't live like
so
that.
So you one of them niggas that take them screenshots, like, you know, I'm saying screenshots.
I'm told you, bro.
But I mean, taking a selfie and you looking like this, and you know how your parents take a selfie, they always take it.
Yeah, like I be looking like that. Yeah, like the auntie on Facebook or something.
Like this, look at
it. Like I swear. And then my phone old and shit, so they be crazy. The motherfucker.
You say your phone old?
Yeah, it's like older and shit. So it's like
what phone you got?
This one.
So you about to tell her yourself?
You don't act stupid.
You don't act It's an iPhone. It's an iPhone though. It ain't the newest one. I know that. I can tell you this. When I'm on that bitch, I know that he got the newer phone than my phone. I can tell that real quick. I'm like, this nigga.
So you gonna tell her yourself? You gonna
right. Damn, no, they can tell her.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
you know, my sentence to tell the lady, I'm like, hold on, I don't know what model this is. That's what I'm saying. I'll be an uncle for real.
But I mean, shit, it's just to text and call.
That's what I said.
You know, but that's some uncle shit.
That's what I told the young lady.
I'm weak. Not well. At least you don't have no flip phone, because you know
I do. I'll need it.
I'm weak.
That boy got 50 minutes on there.
No, you taking it too far back. I remember we was in middle school and I had a minute phone. That shit was like one of those.
Yeah, they be having those free phones.
Yeah,
not middle school, elementary school.
I had one in high school. I had a flip phone.
Nigga, you did not have no minute phone.
I had two. I tell you, I had two of them, bro. My grandma.
You did not have no minute phone.
On my mama, I did. On my mama.
Nigga, we all had Metro.
I had two of them. My grandma and me got dual minute phones because it was a 2-pack. That's the one she had. So she was like, you want this motherfucking up? Like,
I'm weird.
So it was my grandma.
I'm fucking
and like two little Chinese spots. And my little minute phone.
I am weak. Not you had a pager, low key.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Call me, beat me. That's
I had a beeper. Talk to my dad on beeper. It just ain't nobody had a number, but I used to wear
fucking
that
weak.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Nigga, I could have sworn you had Metro in high school.
I did. I'm saying I had two phones.
Yeah,
I had two phones. I had the little flip phone in my book bag.
Okay.
If it was an emergency,
I picked
that bitch up, and then I had my phone.
One for the hoe.
Yeah, I had my little Metro.
Oh, I'm old too. Clearly, I don't even know what shit is. But yeah. So missing your mark, do you feel like you missed your mark?
I don't know. That's something I battle with a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Is it more like your age, or is like timing?
Both, right?
Okay.
Cause like, if I didn't have to deal with school, I think about that a lot. My time would be so much more free. Like I would make so much more money, be able to do so much more stuff. I can bounce up and just go to Vegas if I want to. I can move out this motherfucker how I want to. So it's like that really held me back a lot of times, and even it held me back further having to pay them that $50K. So it was like,
damn, yeah, right, I know that.
All of that, and so. But I think even worse is the fact that I do music. So when I look at the marketplace per se, and I can see like these people making it at this point, these people making it at this point, so on and so forth. It make it kind of difficult, and then that is the comparison. So you were saying with social media, what'll happen is like I get on social media and just see some random dude, never heard of him, never knew that was going on. Oh, he got X amount of streams, he got X amount of this. I go look at my numbers, niggas wouldn't know it. Tay got a $250,000 streams. Right. My big homie got 100,000 streams, but nobody would know. And it's like when people like, oh, these numbers, like, that don't mean no money. Yeah, sure. So I think about that a lot, like being 26. But then when I look at my favorites, like a Dr. Dre, like a Jay-Z, the ones that really made it, they was 30 when they did their first Johns and really got on. So it's like, okay, it's a process. Everybody flow different. And like piggybacking on something you were saying earlier, like one thing I've been using as my motif is like, you ever heard of the story about the no disrespect, the Mexican fisherman? It's basically a story where like an American dude met the Mexican fisherman, and he was like, "Yo, man, if you grab these amount of fish, you can start selling them for this price, and you would be able to get a boat. And then when you get a boat, you'll be able to get more, and then you'll be able to open up a whole little shipping yard. You can get employees and stuff like that, and then you can retire and be on the beach." And so the Mexican dude basically told him like, "Well, why would I do all of that just to be back on the beach if I'm already on the beach now with my family?" You know what I'm saying? So like, why do all of that if I'm already on the beach? And so I realized that not only being in America, but specifically being in Detroit, that I want a boat mentation is really, really strong. Yeah, and that's true. Even through COVID, with the pandemic money, everything like that, a lot of people got their boat, myself included. So then now I realized I was chasing that boat again. And what I realized is how everybody's saying there's some spiritual warfare and stuff going on. I think that's what that was. That was the tester. Like, God, like Mike Tyson said it one time in one interview, like, God tested his sanity by giving him everything that he wanted. So now you're seeing a lot of people doing a lot of crazier shit to get everything that they want. You feel me? Yeah. And I had to catch myself, like, not being around my friends, not being around my peoples and stuff like that. Like, I was like, yo, I gotta change. I'm too focused on getting a boat and not appreciating my bucket like I used to back when I was hustling, back when I just had the Nike outfit, a couple little things, and I had to go out here and get that boy back. Woo! Good old days. I'm weak. No, but it's true. It's true. Niggas don't know what a drought really is, and when you gotta go through that drought and then it feel away, it's just a different kind of experience for real. And that's what I think is like that feeling that I've been fighting off, started missing my mark. You know, questioning my own creativity, critiquing myself, nervous to put the art out to the world, like music-wise, clothing-wise. Like, I do everything. You ain't know I got a sewing machine in the crib. You know what I'm saying? You know how to sew? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I be really just at the crib just doing stuff, but I don't never present it to nobody because I'm like, ooh, what about? And but then this person presented, and then I go look at like what the homie might do, not the actual homie, because that's hating, but see what somebody else do. And I still hate, but still, I see what somebody else do, and I'll be like, "Oh damn, like that shit's sweet, but technique-wise, intricacy-wise, they didn't do this or they didn't do that. Right. I do this shit like washing my ass, so it's like, oh damn, like just present your shit. Like somebody gonna hate because haters gonna hate, always, but love gonna be there. Yeah, and like,
I mean, everybody that line, what they say, like, you know, no matter what you do, good and bad. Oh no, it was good and bad publicity is good publicity because you still getting views, you still getting, you know.
And there's gonna be some people that's gonna hate. That's just
that come with the game.
Just all around.
But that drop shit is real because that's something that I feel like even with this as a whole example, like we started filming like literally in my mom's house, like. You know what I'm saying? We literally did that shit, and I was critiquing myself so hard that I pushed this. I had this idea for a very long time, and I feel like I think we even talked about it too at one point in time too. Like I wanted to like just make some type of talk show or whatever, but I always kept thinking like I need this equipment, I need this, I got to make sure I got this because I want the sound to sound like this. I want everything to be perfect because you want to hit that mark. You want people to be like, this is good quality. Whatever, when realistically, all you have to do is just be relatable and people will fuck with you no matter what. Like, I mean, I watch a lot of podcasts, like starting somebody's basement, you know, they living room, whatever, kitchen, whatever. And
I think Steve-O's in the van.
He got a podcast in the van?
Yeah, I think Steve-O's in the van. That shit fire.
Well, that's my point. Like, you know, you can start from anywhere, don't have no equipment, no nothing, and people still be selling shit.
Right.
Music too. Like you can be in your basement making some shit and then.
I was.
Well. Yeah, but I mean, you
like,
evolve. Like that's my point.
Like,
we evolved. Like
we
grew.
I know exactly what you mean. Like I was.
Yeah, that's
like,
that drought shit,
bro. And it's like, but even like outside of the drought, I remember there was a point I had 10 fucking artists in there. Then it went to nobody was in that motherfucker. Then it was like, now I got my 2 guys. Then it's like, all right, now y'all already got to put together shows. Now that's a whole different experience. Then It's like, okay, you got some bread from that, but now you got to fund the next one. And then it's like, oh, what if the building flood? Which building flooded. So it's like, there's just those type of things that you run into where it's like, now we back at the drought again, how we handle this.
Right.
And like people ain't never really experienced that, or when they do, you stop.
Exactly.
You give up, you know what I'm saying? And
that's real.
You always, it was a quote I had seen, I can't remember the exact quote, but basically it was like, you only comparing yourself to like another person at the end of the day. And the only time you compare yourself to another person is when you impose your time. So, like, the only reason this would impose on my time is if I said yes. So that's it. And the only critique of it is, like, now that I said yes, if I'm late, which I was breaking the fourth wall, but...
Very. No, I'm saying.
Like,
a little bit.
I held the consequence of, like, your critique now. When if I didn't want to be held accountable for being late, I'm like, no. So it's at that point, you put yourself in your own comparisons to your own shit with other people and the other expectation. So as long as you stay
Audrey,
true,
let's talk about expectations. Like when, that's one thing that you just, I feel like you get yourself let down when you put expectations on people. Like I had to learn that. Like, okay, I can't expect you to say this like I want you to say. I can't expect you to do this like I want you to do. So it's just like I had to learn that because for some time I used to have a lot of expectations on a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just like
no, that's real though.
And I don't put expectations for the comparison. I still put expectations on people just because, like, I gotta, like, I'm not saying I gotta hold you accountable, but I gotta hold you accountable around me because of how I move and what I do.
Exactly.
So
that's true.
I keep certain niggas around me when we doing certain shit in certain places, but I can't put this person there or that person there because I'm like, you not like that. You don't move like that. And so I know that because I put that expectation on you before, or shit, I just asked you the question. I seen how you reacted. So I'm like, okay, this nigga need not be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? But on the same breath, everybody got this, what did I call it? Eventually game plan. So, like, yeah, shit can always happen, but it's the difference between probability and possibility. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere they intersect based off of your own will and your work ethic. And so for me, like, the probability of shit happening for a lot of people fluctuates based off life and events. The possibility of it is based off what the fuck you put into it. So it's like, it might be that you 55 and it's a 10% chance that you can go and be a motherfucking doctor. Yeah. You can go do that shit and bet on that 10% chance, and that's on you if you go get it. And like for me, that's where it fuck up at. Like me and my old lady, we was having a conversation, and it's like we was talking about kids and shit, and just moving on to them phases. Like, cause that's where I'm at, going back to the missing the mark point. And it's like she has her own endeavors. I ain't got no issue with that. You know, we gonna do what we do. But when it come to kids and that kind of thing, it's a practical aspect to it. Like, we can't just say, oh, we gonna have them. It's like, yeah, we can to a degree, and it's like that we have to like be a little bit practical in what we doing. Like, okay, like, yeah, we ain't gotta have them now, we don't wanna have them now, but like 30 something, we should at least be married or at least be trying to do this and like have it at least practically laid out. Cause if we keep saying eventually, one, nobody leading. 2, there's no objective to the relationship, so what the fuck are we building on? And 3, we gonna look up and be older and not have shit, or trying to still acquire things that
get harder.
That we look at our counterparts and they already got. Yeah. And
but I mean, shit, even with your age, like, you know, women get older, it's harder for them to have kids, so that fuck up your chance, shit, or...
And like me respecting...
Them niggas not shooting no more when you fucked up, you can't, you know, do what you do.
Like me, like we was talking about that, like you said with the kids playing age, it's like, it's a catch-22 as a dude, because you want to support and not minimize your lady or the person that you with, because you want to see them shine and be great. But it's the practical aspect. It's like, well, I want you to go work, love, and you just went and got your doctorate, and now we 32, but we want to have 3 to 4 kids. that means 6 months at least off, not 7 months at least off. It's like, do you want to do that plus do X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? And that practical aspect is like, do you take a 2 years off? Where it's like you just started 3 years in a career to take 2 years off? Like, I don't really. And those are practical conversations that you got to start having if you're really trying to build for real.
That's real. We're going to move on to the next topic. So, New Year's resolution. I feel like this kind of goes with Miss Mark a little bit because you're saying goals for like the new year. Do y'all believe in like New Year's resolutions, or has that faded?
Yes and no. I feel like it faded a little for me. I didn't have no New Year's resolution. I just want to become a better version of myself. That's my goal right now that I'm trying to pursue or going to pursue. So as far as me saying I'm going to do this by this time and do this and do this and do this and do that, no, I'm just getting that version of who I am, figuring that out.
Got you.
Continually.
For New Year's resolution, like the top of the year, like even like December time frame, like the second week of December, I'm like writing down goals for the next year.
Got you.
So for me, that's just how I operate. But this year, I kind of didn't do that. Like, because I used to write down achievable goals. So go work out, go do this, and like I would achieve them. This year, I'm just focused on embracing love and like spreading love and just having that around me. And just letting that kind of guide my steps instead of my own objectivity. Because I've seen where they get me. They get me sleepless nights. They get me tired. They get me social comparisons. Instead of just being like, man, I do love that hoodie that nigga did. That shit fire. My shit fire too.
You're right.
You know
Give yourself like your
yeah,
too,
like you know what I mean.
That's
like
real.
Just love and like I've been really seeing like how that brings certain things about and like making that time for that and being okay with the consequences of working in that than the consequences of like me just being objective, like fuck the niggas.
Right.
It makes you feel good. You know, just like overall, just giving that love. Yeah.
And shit, we definitely gotta practice that because people don't, like you said, some people just look at it and be like, fuck it. Like, they doing their own thing, fuck them, whatever the case may be. I ain't gonna lie, I be like that on social media. Like, because it's not like in a hating aspect, it's just more of like, if I give this too much energy, I'm gonna get sucked into it. I'm like, damn, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be in that aspect. Mm-hmm. But I did the same. Like, I used to always try to make resolutions every year. I ain't do it this year. I just felt like I do it monthly. Like, I give myself, I'll write it on my little board or whatever and say, go to the gym. I ain't been going. But writing, like, I want to get back to finishing my script. A lot more things like being consistent with stuff like, our podcasts and stuff like that. And just... a friend told me this a long ass time ago, and I didn't really notice it until like maybe a few years ago. But she basically told me that I kind of like distance myself from my friends a lot, and I don't be noticing. But I feel like we do it at the same time. Like, it's weird. Like, me and Jalen, we'll talk, but it's not like regular, if it makes sense. Like, we've been friends for a very long time, so it's not like high school where we like, oh shit, I could text this nigga right now or whatever the case may be. Like, we gonna see each other in school like constantly, but that it was real. Like, when we was graduating in our like I don't know, I forgot who it was who said it, but she was like, look to your left, look to your right. These people you're not gonna have, they're not gonna be your friends no more.
I ain't even, whatever. Yeah, I realized that after the fact, but it just be like, dang.
I'm weak. But no, for
like,
real.
Dang, like you don't even know your last days or moments with this person. Like,
and it's weird because you outgrow friends. Like, it used to be, and the clique that I used to be like friends with, I'm not friends with half of them niggas no more. Like, it's just you outgrow people.
See, and I don't know if there's something wrong with me, and that's where I've been realizing I've been traumatized in a way that don't faze me. Like, whenever I meet people, I accept that shit. Like, from jump trip, when the second I meet you, I accept that you will probably never be in my life again from this conversation. So if you pop up that second time, that's cool. You pop up that third time, that's cool. You can leave that 100th time, and I'm not gonna be fazed by it because I'm so used to people walking out my life in whatever fashion. So that's death, drug, anything you can think of. So it's like, for me, it don't faze me. So when they say look to your left, like, of course. It's like, that just makes sense. So like, even at work, that's why people they'll like me and not like me because I won't get close to you because it's like you're gonna leave. I know I'm not gonna be here. I know you're not gonna be here. Like, or they'll be like, oh, like yo, you want to go out? No, like I don't want to build this rapport with you, like, cause you gonna get attached to me, and the only reason you attach to me because this job that I know we both not finna be at.
Forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I offer too much to people's lives for that. So we gotta connect on some other level for me to want to do that.
Well, I can't say. I done met one of my good friends. I only got two. She's like my really, really good friend. She's like my best friend, and I met her at the job.
Got you.
And when I first seen her, I was like, just like, cause she knew who the hell is this girl, and we just clicked. Like when I say click, like we can talk about anything, like, and we be there though, like we be eye to eye on a lot of things. She'll call me out on my bullshit, I call her out on her bullshit. That's my friend. Like she's like a really good friend. So and people still ask like, y'all been friends this long? Like we share a similar story and it's very relatable. So whenever one of us need each other for that moment or that being, we're there, we understand each other. So I just look at it like, you ain't going nowhere. You my friend to the end, like to the end, that's for sure. She's my real friend.
Period.
So yeah.
Well, to wrap this up, I'll say this. For the whole like New Year's thing, I feel like it depends on like what headspace you're in. Like, if you want to make resolutions monthly, whatever, just follow your process of how you want to do. Because I feel like sometimes setting those expectations so early kind of fuck you up, because you're not meeting certain things. And like we just said, like having expectations may fuck you up at times if you put too much faith in that.
Yeah.
But now we're going to move into blind shot. And how much time we got? I'm going to break the fourth wall on this one. Because I want to make sure.
13 minutes.
Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to skip the other segment behind it. We're going to wrap it up? Wait, what?
Edit this out. Alex
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to edit that out. We real niggas on this one. But, so we going to do, I think we can do like 3. So we did 3. So we going to just start blind shot. So shout out to Candace. She's on our team. She made
Candace, where are you?
I know.
Shout out to Candace.
So, Christian.
I'm nervous.
We're going to each pull like, we're going to try to pull.
Huh?
Actually, if we only got like 10 minutes, we're going to just pull one. How about that?
That's fine.
Okay.
Hopefully I find something.
Jalen going first, so we're going to go over here.
Oh, my shit just said take a shot. That's fucked up.
Oh, damn.
That's fucked up.
Are you going to take a shot? I don't know what this is. Don't smell it. You can't smell it.
Oh, the fuck?
You
I could have been allergic.
I'm fucking weak.
I'm nervous.
What you think?
So I got the.
Some type of like vodka.
Oh, you actually taste liquor?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta ask y'all a question.
I'm
Wait.
alcoholic.
What's the question?
I gotta ask y'all, right?
No, you gotta answer the question.
I gotta answer the question?
Yeah.
Says, what does BMW stands for?
You don't know what BMW is? Christian, give us the answer at least for her. She still gotta take a shot.
8. Wait, don't say it. BMW. You know what it stands for?
No, you gotta answer it.
I
can't
know.
say
Do
shit.
you know? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure.
Y'all don't know.
Beamer Mercedes wagon? I don't know. Shit.
Beamer Mercedes wagon. What that was it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I was never gonna
I knew
get
it was
that.
Motorworks, but I didn't know the
Oh, I was never gonna get that. Maybe I shouldn't own one. That's the
You
sign.
gotta give me the shot.
I know it was Motorworks. I just couldn't remember the B part.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this looks kind of good. I can't smell it.
I didn't know if it was Benz Motorworks or what Motorworks.
Got some juice.
Okay.
With fourth wall.
Let me see. Who was the richest man in the world in 2021? Bill Gates.
What was that?
8. No, 22.
Hey.
Bezos.
I'm gonna put it back in there. Who was it?
Elon.
Okay.
I was thinking about, and that's the first person I thought too. I was like, "Fuck."
I know it's one of them two niggas for sure.
Wait, hold on. We could just wrap it up, y'all.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know how much. You said we only got 13 minutes.
The fourth wall can be patient.
Yeah, I mean, y'all seeing everything, shit behind the scenes in it. Nah.
We still got time to go one more round.
Hey, that's litty. I can keep
Go
it.
ahead.
No, I keep it.
Tell Alex to wait. We're gonna open it in a minute.
Keep what? Just the paper?
That's what it says.
What it say?
It says mine. Use it when I want.
I am weak. This shit got him a get out of jail free card. What is the last round anyway? Shit.
How many presidents have been impeached?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie like I know.
I'm gonna say 6.
Oh.
Number 18?
Huh?
What number?
18, yeah.
Only be one.
It says how many presidents? That's like in total.
No, how many friends have been impeached?
Impeached, yeah.
Right, like has been impeached in total. Like
Yeah, one.
He said 6.
Oh,
No,
six.
you got kicked out.
No, she already said 6.
Oh,
yeah, I already said
6.
6.
Oh, it should be one, really.
3.
What's 3?
I knew it was
Well,
some. I
Christian,
knew it was more than one.
I mean, well, historically, for real, for being one. Like on paper.
You cheating.
How am I cheating? I'm really, literally, we mixed them up. You seen us mix them up?
So, yeah.
Shit, let me take this last one and we're gonna close out, y'all. Let's see.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm at the thing.
So last one. Now he really breaking the fourth wall.
I had to go. It's my girl.
I'm standing.
It's my fault.
What musical legend is Jay-Z married to? Now, if I get this wrong, y'all got a whole shoot me in the kneecaps. This is Beyonce. We already know that. I don't have to take a shot. Thank the Lord. Okay. But we're going to close off this episode, y'all. Make sure you follow us
Thanks for watching. Oh, my bad.
Well, yes, thanks for watching. We're going to try to have episodes every Saturday. The video's going to come out. Audio is going to be out on Fridays. But make sure you follow us at Millennial Vision E _ on Instagram, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel at Millennial Vision Entertainment. Peace, y'all.